Hello there, and hope you're well. Um, so today isn't day 50, but this is the day 50 video. I'd planned to record it on day 50, but I didn't manage, and just reminded that milestones do not expire and stories don't spoil. So today I'm ready to do the day 50. When I got to day 50, I thought it would be loud, be celebrating it like, someone celebrating a golden jubilee. But then I just took time to look back and just see how all the quiet moments, have threaded together to bring me to this day. So you've seen me out there looking for sunlight, enjoying the sunlight, movements, returning to my body, and just being able to go out there and even commune uh, with people, getting clarity, replacing my fear with that, peace replacing my panic, and just strength returning to seasons and replacing seasons of paralysis. So it hasn't been perfect because there are days when I just needed to whisper a prayer and asking for the ability to step out. Days when I asked God to steady me when my body felt out of balance. There are days I didn't know what tomorrow could hold, and God held me through it all and just reminded me about the promise that I had kept to myself. Psalm 23 talks about walking through the valley of the shadow of death. And I think there are certain moments in the journey that felt like that. And not literal death, but dying to self, dying to who I used to be, dying to old patterns, and dying to trying to take control of things and striving for perfection. So I'm grateful that I'm still here walking towards life again. Not everything has changed, but God has definitely given me the strength to move through some of them, and I'm thankful for that. And it's a journey that has not been graceful. There are days when I had to run after my heart because the wind blew it off, and there are days where I just stood outside waiting for the sun to just show up. And there are days when I debated completing a 5K when I had few meters remaining and decided against it because I'd maxed my energy for the day. So just learning to respect my sanity and listen to my body. And there are days when I whispered a sigh at the door, like I was entering a battlefield because it was just so, difficult after a long debate about wanting to, go out, and just learning to appreciate that that is part of being human. And honestly, I wouldn't change the experience for anything because that is what has brought me to this moment. Like day 9 sitting outside because I didn't feel it was possible to just go for a walk. Day 15 just standing out in the sunlight to feel the warmth for the first time after months. of it being cold inside. Just day 23, realizing nuts and water had once been what I've survived on, and now just taking deliberate steps to just nourish myself better. Day 32, going to the CBD after 4 months and realizing I wasn't afraid anymore to be in crowds and, getting into a public transport. Day 40, celebrating sunlight as medicine. And day 47, returning to a route that I had run before, but now walking and noticing all the beautiful things surrounding the beautiful trees, the hill, the sky, and just how the sun just laughed on me. And so day 50 wasn't just a single moment, it was a collection of very many tiny steps that I took to open my door every day. So it wasn't the end for me on day 50, but just a turning point. Not a proof of perfection, but a proof of presence. If I've learned anything, it's that God honors small steps. Sometimes He'll multiply your energy. Sometimes He'll send a stranger to say, I notice you. Sometimes He'll give sunlight. Sometimes He gives you a rest. And sometimes He gives you clarity. And sometimes He gives you peace that doesn't look dramatic from the outside, but changes everything for you from the inside. So if you are watching this on your day one or day 100 or day, I don't even know what day it is, I hope this reminds you that your story hasn't a clock. Your healing has no deadline or hasn't a deadline, and you're allowed to start again. You're allowed to take your time and you're allowed to unlock your door slowly. So, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for witnessing this journey unfold. Here is to day 50. Here is to the next door. Here is to the faithfulness of God. And here is to being deeply human and being deeply humane. Until the next unlocked door, bye for now.